EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
For the first time with Austin Eckler. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Taylor. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Taylor on third down throws incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
34-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. To throw is Breeze. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
The 30-yard line.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
41, Alvin.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now Breeze on third down. He's taken down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. The first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Chargers' 44-yard line.
Second down at 4. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Murray. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Breeze. He's got Smith here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And they're making a nice play, even though it was complete. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Melvin Ingram, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Taylor and the Chargers come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll hand off here to Eckler, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The Charger ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up and go and get.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
At the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're going to run it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And nothing but green
They should have put a stamp on the
field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 37 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
The score, Saints 7, Chargers nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First down, and they stick with Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 64 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right now.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Shotgun now for Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Pick up a 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
49-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They run it again with Kamara. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On first down, Murray. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Again, it's Murray.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Again, this is Kamara. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's got a first down more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
2-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now a give. This is Murray. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Kamara. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. They find some open field here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Taylor a handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. It's Eckler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, It's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he finds Cole. They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. That's complete to Sanders. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now.
Will Lutz to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like. Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Going deep here for Allen. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted.
He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
That's good.
That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make a dip for the runner to find a hole.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
At the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, Rivers. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Kari Willis there to bring him down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 27.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
10 at the 16-yard line.
On the ground, it's Eckler. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. On for the
Won't you get down with me, down with me, me down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you down with me, down with me. Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Name mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me. Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a 4-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. That'll be taken about a yard deep. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Tranquil. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That's good.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Taylor. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Bring it to him. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The tackle made by Rock Yassin. A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd and 7, Taylor. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Colts 7.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. That one good for 26 and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
On third down, Taylor. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Time on, set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Brings up second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And he's got his man Hilton. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 57 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
For the extra point.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over first and
the Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Eckler. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And they set up the screen. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. He'll get this to Eckler. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Badgley able to punch this one through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the give, this is Eckler. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Carrier. Kari Willis on the tackle.
3 quarters in the books. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 9.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Open man, it's Allen. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The ball carrier. The tackle made by Malik Hooker. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Taylor. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back. Now it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. Aiming there on that short slant charge.
The route, the throw.
Yeah.